I promised I wouldn't reveal this. Not out of secrecy, but out of respect. Some truths only land when the soil of your soul has been tilled by fire, watered by grief, and left fallow long enough for something new to rise. And today, December 30th, is that day. Not because the calendar says so, but because your silence just became louder than your struggle. You stopped begging the universe for proof. You stopped scanning your bank account like it's a verdict on your worth. You stopped shrinking to make others comfortable. And in that stillness, something ancient in you recognized, I am ready. Not ready to perform, not ready to prove, ready to receive what's been coded into your bones since before you took your first breath. So I'm breaking my promise, not to inform you, but to initiate you. There's a story the elders don't tell in temples, but in the space between breaths. A story about a weaver who spent her life mending torn tapestries for others, never her own. Her fingers bled thread, her eyes dimmed from squinting in candlelight. And one night, as she stitched the hem of a stranger's cloak, the needle pricked her thumb and her blood dropped onto the fabric. The moment it touched, the entire tapestry unraveled, not in ruin, but in release. Every thread she'd forced into place for decades dissolved, and from the chaos a new pattern emerged. Not one she designed, but one that had been waiting beneath the surface all along. That's what's happening in you right now. Your recent choice, the one made in silence, without fanfare, was that drop of blood. And the universe is unraveling the old to reveal the blueprint that was always yours. You think no one noticed, but the field did. The angels did. Your future self leaned in and whispered, finally, because what you did wasn't small. It was a quantum rupture. You stepped away from a cycle that had bound your lineage for generations. You released a belief that said, you must suffer to be worthy of peace. You chose stillness over reaction when chaos erupted, and in that choice, you shattered the mirror that showed you only lack. Most people move through life as if reality is a stage they must perform on. But you remembered you are the stage in the play, the weaver in the thread. And when you stopped forcing the pattern, the design revealed itself. I saw it in the way your breath deepened last Tuesday at 3:17 p.m. when you chose not to reply to that old wound disguised as a text. In the way you let the kettle boil over without cursing, simply watching steam curl into the air like a prayer released. That was the moment the field shifted. Not with fanfare, but with steam. I know what your mind is doing right now. It's listing all the ways you're still not there. The bank balance hasn't exploded. The love hasn't arrived. The purpose hasn't shouted its name. But that's not the point. The point is your nervous system just dropped its guard. For the first time in years, you didn't brace for impact. You didn't scan for threats. You didn't replay past failures as proof you're unworthy. You simply exhaled, and in that exhale, you broadcast a new frequency. I trust the timing. And the universe, bound by its own laws of resonance, had no choice but to mirror that back to you. That's why your dreams are more vivid. Why synchronicities accelerate. Why time feels fluid. Your reality isn't changing. Your perception of it is, and that shift is everything. Remember how last week you found that feather on your doorstep, not white, but iridescent blue, and you didn't rationalize it away? You held it in your palm and whispered, okay. That whisper was louder than any affirmation. It was surrender, and surrender is the loudest frequency in the quantum field. Think about the last time you felt truly aligned. Not because everything was perfect, but because you were finally at peace with what was. Maybe it was after a long silence. Maybe it was in the middle of chaos. When you suddenly realized you didn't need to fix anything. That's the frequency you're being called to live from now. Not a state of having, but a state of being. Most people spend their lives trying to get to a place where they'll finally feel worthy of rest, of love, of peace. But the truth is, rest, love, and peace aren't destinations. They're the ground you must stand on to create anything real. You can't build a new life on the foundation of exhaustion. You can't manifest from a place of desperation. You can only create from wholeness. And wholeness isn't the absence of brokenness, it's the integration of it. It's the understanding that every crack in you is a place where light has entered, where wisdom has grown, where strength has been forged. Your wounds aren't flaws in the vessel, they're the very seams, where the light learned to enter, and now that light isn't just leaking out, it's radiating. The version of you who's ready for what's coming isn't the one who fixed all their flaws. It's the one who stopped seeing them as flaws and started seeing them as sacred scars, proof of survival, not evidence of failure. This is the shift your readiness activated. Not a change in your circumstances, but a change in your identity. You're not becoming the person who has everything. You're remembering you're the person who already is everything. Abundance isn't something you acquire. It's something you remember you are. Love isn't something you find. It's something you allow yourself to be. Purpose isn't something you chase. It's something you step into when you stop running from yourself. But here's what most people miss. Your readiness doesn't just change your life. It changes the lives of everyone connected to you. Those who doubted you, they felt the shift. Those who misjudged you, they're being forced to see the truth. Those who took you for granted, they now sense the dimensional distance between who you were and who you're becoming. Your rise created a ripple that exposed hidden intentions, shattered illusions, and purified your circle, not through force, but through frequency. People who cannot walk with you into your next chapter are being naturally removed from your proximity, not as punishment, but as protection. The universe is aligning your world with your elevation, and with that alignment comes something even more profound: restoration. Everything you lost, time, energy, love, peace, is being returned to you not as it was, but multiplied beyond your current capacity to imagine. This isn't wishful thinking, it's divine law. What was taken in lower frequencies is being restored in higher ones, and the universe is preparing pathways for blessings that were waiting specifically for the version of you that has just emerged. That call you've been waiting for? It's not late. It's being rerouted through a higher dimensional switchboard. The love you crave? It's not absent, it's being calibrated to your new frequency. You won't recognize it by the old signs. It will arrive as peace, not panic. As calm, not chaos. As a quiet yes that needs no explanation. So as you move forward, carry this truth with you. What you did was not small. It was a quantum leap disguised as a quiet choice, and the universe is still recalibrating around the version of you that just awakened. Don't shrink again. Don't apologize for your expansion. Don't doubt yourself. What you did proved that your consciousness is stronger than your wounds and wiser than your past programming. You showed up as the one source has always known you to be, and now the field is responding. So rest in that, trust it, and let yourself be surprised by how good life can feel when you finally stop resisting it. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly on time, and everything you've ever wanted is already here, waiting for you to stop running long enough to receive it. Now receive. But I need you to understand one more thing before you go. The reason I waited until December 30th to share this isn't just because you needed to be ready. It's because the field needed to be ready too. Cosmic cycles, planetary alignments, the Earth's magnetic recalibration, all of it is converging to create a window of unprecedented malleability in the fabric of reality itself. And you're not standing outside this window. You're standing at its center. You've been refined. You've been cleared. You've been tuned. And now the signal is clear. But here's the truth no one tells you. The universe doesn't deliver your desires into a life that's already full of old patterns, old identities, old fears. It needs space. And space isn't created by wishing harder or visualizing longer. It's created by release, by surrender, by letting go of the version of yourself that clung to safety because it mistook chains for comfort. Every job that drains your soul, every relationship that leaves you feeling smaller, every belief that whispers you're not enough. These aren't just circumstances. They're energetic contracts you've been honoring out of fear. And right now they're being called in, not as punishment, but as preparation. Because you cannot step into your sovereignty while still carrying the weight of who you used to be. The discomfort you feel, that deep, trembling anxiety mixed with exhilaration, isn't a sign you're failing. It's the friction burn of two realities merging, the one you're leaving behind and the one that's already calling you home. So here's what I want you to do. Starting today, stop measuring your worth by external outcomes. Stop checking your bank account like it's a report card. Stop scanning your relationships for proof that you're loved. Stop looking for validation in places that were never meant to give it. Instead, turn inward. Each morning, before you touch your phone, before you check email, before the world rushes in, sit in silence for 3 minutes. Place your hands on your heart, breathe, and ask, what frequency am I broadcasting today? Are you broadcasting lack or enoughness, fear or trust, scarcity or flow? Then choose. Not what you wish you felt, but what you're willing to embody, even if your mind doesn't believe it yet, because belief follows action. not the other way around. And each night before you sleep, replay your day not with judgment but with curiosity. Where did you align? Where did you wobble? Where did you glimpse your own power, even for a second? Gratitude for those moments is the fertilizer that grows more of them. This isn't woo-woo. This is neural rewiring. Every time you choose trust over fear, even for a breath, you light up new pathways in your brain. You signal to your nervous system, we are safe. We are supported. We are on time. And your body believes you, and your field believes you, and the universe believes you. Now I know some of you are thinking, but what if I've already missed it? What if I'm not really ready? Then you'll know you weren't ready, and that's okay. Because readiness isn't a judgment, it's a state, and states can shift in an instant. But here's the thing, if this message is landing in your bones right now, if something in you is saying, yes, this is for me, then you're already in the window. You're not just close, you're inside it. The only danger now is hesitation, not failure, not unworthiness, just the quiet voice that says, maybe tomorrow. Because tomorrow is New Year's Eve and the veil thickens, the signal weakens. The door begins to close. So don't wait. Release what no longer serves, not with anger, but with gratitude for what it taught you. Forgive what needs forgiving, not for their sake, but for yours. And step into the energy of the person who doesn't hope for miracles, who expects them. Because that person is already you. You just have to stop pretending otherwise. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of you remembering who you've always been. A creator, a sovereign, a living expression of the universe itself. And everything you've ever wanted is already here, waiting for you to stop running long enough to receive it. I promised I wouldn't reveal this until December 30th, and now that it's here, receive.